Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of SNG Now, which is our short show that we do, and sometimes it's a little longer, sometimes it's a way shorter one, but it all depends what's been going on. In this show, we show you what's going on around the studio and all the things that we do. As you know, we are a film studio. We just finished, but something is there. At long last, truly, honestly, it's finished. Tomorrow night is the screening in Ojai for the cast and the crew. We've been working around the clock, literally getting this edit and sound mix just perfect. And so that's taken a lot of time away from the usual projects we do during the week. And I'm very sorry for that, but we have to finish this. However, we are done, and next week we will be back to normal. What we do here, for those of you that are just checking in, that are new, I've worked in the motion picture industry for over 40-something years now, and I say 40-something so you can't tell how old I am. And I've worked on everything from Ghostbusters to Star Trek, and I've done everything from working on Creatures to Mr. Spock's Ears for the first motion picture, and many, many other things, besides being a producer, a film writer, and all that kind of stuff. I won't bore you too much, but we cover a really vast variety of topics, from making props, creatures, prosthetic makeup, visual effects, all kinds of stuff like that. And currently, we are working on a recreation of the laser blast gun. Now, this is not a laser blast gun that I'm making because I was a big fan of the show and I wanted to make it. I'm the guy who originally made the original laser blast gun. In fact, I played the alien in the very beginning who drops the gun after the fight with Dave Allen's creatures and leaves the gun behind. That was me. In fact, we are on our Patreon account, which you can see right here, where you can join us, become a subscriber for $3 a month, 10 cents a day, have access to our in-depth articles and videos about making things like the laser blast gun, this discovery model, building a giant enterprise, you name it, we have them. They're in depth. They're sometimes up to an hour long and in many parts. Also, we are doing podcasts now, professionally crafted, beautiful podcast that was an idea of the great Mary Cachapalia. And we interview people from all walks of life. Now, we're doing a lot of interviews with individuals who have worked in the motion picture industry. Everybody from Michael Kuda to Doug Drexler to Darren Doctorman, we have them on our show. And they're talking about the various projects they've worked on in the past and the current ones they're doing now. And Mary will be covering a vast variety of other topics and local topics local to the Ventura area. And where can you find us? On Podbean. Correct, Mary? And iTunes. I'm just making sure, because I'm new to this. We've done 4 podcasts so far. The last one was with my old friend Paul Gentry, who is a seasoned veteran of the motion picture industry, and of course was the DP on But Something Is There. And so we hope that you will join us on our podcasts.
What's the name of the podcast?
SNG Now. And you can find it on iTunes and Podbean. If you just do a search, we'll pop right up, and you can listen to the podcasts we've already done. We have many more planned. In fact, next week we have Darren Doctorman. He's going to come on, talk about his career, and of course his most recent project over the last couple of years, Westworld, one of my favorite new shows. So we have been working on the laser blast gun, and again, if you want to see the pictures of how everything's being made, this is the beginning of the buck, or the mold that will eventually made, the tool we'll make for the basic body, gun barrel and body. This is all made out of fiberglass, and we're just, and originally it was made out of styrene and shaped, and if you go there, you can learn all about that. We are going to recreate the makeup. We're going to and I'm going to wear it again, and Neill's going to apply it to me. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. What else is going on? Of course, we are still working on the discovery of yet to finish it yet, but we will soon. Also, we're working on the radio-controlled Seaview, which there's an in-depth series of videos on that. This is how you make a plastic model become an actual radio-controlled diving and surfacing submarine. So you can learn all about that there. I have a glider project I've been working on. It's a 100-inch glider that I'm working on. It's all built from scratch, from plans and wood and fiberglass, and it's got servos and all kinds of cool things in it. And eventually, we'll be flying this for you on the slopes overlooking Goleta Beach. Of course, we are eventually going to get back to that. That's our Iron Giant model, which is going to be standing about that tall when it's all done. This is my latest fun toy I got. This is a J3 Piper Cub from World War II that the Navy and the Army both used to do reconnaissance missions back in World War II. This is a wonderful airplane. I can't think of anything else. I think that's it, because we've had such a week of working on the movie and nothing else going on much. That's what we have to cover. So next week we will be back to the Seaview, and we'll be back to the laser blast gun, and things will get back to normal around here, because we're not going to do another episode, but something is there for a while. We're developing it now. So I want to thank all of you for your support. Thank you for checking out our podcast. Mary thanks you for that. And if you can, become a member of our Patreon account, become a patron of Our Arts, $3 a month, 10 cents a day, and you'll have access to all kinds of wonderful fun. And as always, we love you a whole bunch, and we'll see you next week.